Good morning, dear students. In this lecture, we are going to study about the energy, environment, and engineering. This is the subject in fourth semester of RGPV Mechanical Engineering branch, and this is common subject to all the branches, right? Its subject code is ES 401. So, what is energy? In basic definition, we can say that the energy is the capacity to do work and it is required for life process. So whatever is happening in our life, everything requires energy. From a small metabolism happening in our body to the big major changes happening around the world or happening around the universe, right? For everything, energy is required. An energy source is something that can produce heat, power, move objects, or produce electricity. So, as per our need, and to understand the energy in better way, we objectified it in such a way that if something uh, is producing heat, for example, if you rub your hands together, right, your hands will get heated up. So, your kinetic energy is being converted to heat energy. And similarly, that heat energy can be converted to some kind of power like the solar energy, which is coming from the sun. With the help of solar panels, we convert that into the electrical energy, and through that electrical energy, we can drive some kind of electrical appliance. So power is generated over there, right? Move objects, produce electricity, and so on. So in order to understand properly in our terms, we have objectified the energy in terms of heat, power, move objects, and produce electricity. And there are so many other terms also. Matter that stores energy is called as fuel. So we have different kinds of fuel. For example, we have petrol, we have diesel, CNG, on which our vehicles run. Then we have LPG, which is used in our homes, right? Then in those fuels, when we burn them, they liberate some kind of energy, which is utilized by some means to ease our work, day to day work, right? The human energy consumption has grown steadily throughout the human history. So, as you know, when there were primitive human beings, right? Their energy need was very less. They only used to uh, make fire with the help of stones and cook their food, and that's it. But as per the evolution has taken place, the energy consumption has been uh, grown steadily, and we have developed various methods to consume the energy, right, or to convert it from one form to another to make our lives simple, right? In today's society, humans consume as much as 110 times as much energy as per the person as early humans. So from just using the energy to cook food, from there to what we are doing today, that is, for example, you are watching this video. So this video, in order to prepare this video and to upload it on the platform, and you are accessing that platform, a huge amount of energy has already been used in order to do all this work. So from cooking food to doing this, what you are doing today, the consumption of energy or the uses of energy has been grown approximately 110 times, right? Most of the energy we use today comes from the fossil fuels. This we already know. We burn in India. Our electricity, major portion of electricity that we produce is from the thermal power plants, right? And thermal power plants run because of coal. So we are using fossil fuel over there. most of our vehicles, that is cars, trucks, and so on, they run on this petrol engine and diesel engine and so on. So these are again fossil fuel, right? So most of our energy we use today comes from the fossil fuels. But fossil fuels have disadvantage in that they are non-renewable. Okay, they are non-renewable on human time scale. So this is very important. So human time scale means a human being, its average life is between 50 to 70 years, right? But these fossil fuels, in order to regenerate these fossil fuels, they take many decades of time or a century of time in order to renew themselves, right? In school we have already studied how these fossil fuels are produced, right? And have other potentially harmful effects on the environment, right? This we also know. When we burn coal, when we burn petrol, diesel, they emit many kinds of poisonous gases, which is not healthy for us. Okay, so they have potentially harmful effects on the environment too. In any event, the exploitation of all energy sources, with the possible exception of direct solar energy used for heating. So, excluding the solar energy, the exploitation of any energy source is ultimately rely on the material of the planet Earth, right? For example, we build hydro hydropower station. So the water, the natural flow of water is required for generating electricity, right? We build this solar, sorry, wind wind tunnels. Okay, so wind energy is required to produce electricity and so on. So exploitation of any form of energy other than the solar energy, it relies on the materials of the planet Earth. All right. Now, sustainability and the environment. The definition of sustainability is the study of how natural systems function and remain diverse and produce everything it needs for the ecology to remain in balance. So, the best example of sustainability is our nature itself. It produces everything it needs, but it does not over exploits the other thing in order to maintain the balance, right? In order to understand properly, we have made three pillars of sustainability. That is, first is economic development, second is social development, and third is environment protection. So, as a society, to grow and for better living standards, we have to have the economic development, right? And also, uh, along with economic development, we also need to live in harmony with each other. So, social development is also needed. But in order to develop these two things, we should also keep in mind the protection of environment, right? We should not be over exploiting or degrading our environment in order to do the social and economic development, right? So it also acknowledges that human civilization take resources to sustain our modern way of life. That is, uh, we should maintain our modern way of life, but we also have to keep in mind the environmental protection uh, in order to in order to produce a sustainable environment, right? So, what are the primary goals of sustainability? To end the poverty and hunger, right? Then better standards of education and healthcare, to achieve the gender equality, then sustainable economic growth while promoting jobs and stronger economies. This is very important. So all the above are more with tackling the effects of climate change, pollution, and other environmental factors that can harm and do harm to people's health, livelihoods, and lives. So all these are to be taken care without affecting the uh, while these all- this all ha- these all things are to be taken care, but at the same time we also have to tackle the climate change, pollution, and other environmental factors that can harm the people's lives and livelihood, right? And also sustainability to include health of land, air, and sea. So, along with ourselves, we have to take care of our environment, that is the health of land, air, and sea. So, this is it for today's lecture. Thank you.